First and foremost, hopefully this has given people a bit of an insight into what I do, and it is so much fun. I absolutely love it. Sometimes I describe it as almost you do everything except for play. You get to enjoy all the perks and helping facilitate those commercial deals, or a transfer is so satisfying, and being able to put someone's a smile on someone's face at the end of it is amazing, and that's why I do it. But in terms of being able to get to that position, you've got to want to do it, because it is a 24/7 job. It definitely consumes you at times, and it can be stressful as much as I'm saying it isn't. It definitely, if you're a stressful person, it could stress you out. But hard work, and I know it's a cliche, but just utilising the contacts and making sure you want to learn. It's actually a really hard question.
Because you touched earlier that you started out shadowing.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I'm absolutely not suggesting if you're listening to this, you flood Georgie's inbox at all. But do companies like Base or yourself, if people contact you individually and show willing and have not proof, but have this determination that they really want to get into this, do agencies allow people in for a day to have a look behind the scenes? Is that a common thing? Is it not?
Probably more for independent agents. It's quite, because it's such a full-time job. As much as I'd love for someone to come and shadow me, it'd almost be really difficult to do unless I have, because saying every day is different. I'd have to find a day where I know that I'm doing a few different things for them to actually get some experience.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't say sitting and listening to me on a phone all day would be particularly interesting. Yeah, it's a funny one. I'm always open to giving people opportunities. It's just finding the time
to do that, and that's the reality.
That's the reality of it. That's if that's what I'm saying. If you want to do it, you have to really want to go after it, because it's really hard to get in front of people and pitch yourself and say this is why I want to do it, because there's so many people who want to do it because they love football, but in reality, do they know what it instills, how much time it's going to consume?
And I think that's a really good point you make there. These jobs, yes, we all love football, but we all love more than football. We didn't just turn up one day and go, oh yeah, I really want to work in football because I love it, but I watch the telly every weekend. No, I love it. Yeah. There's got to be... Can you imagine?
Well, my boss, I remember when I first sat down with him and he said to me, are you sure this is what you want to do? And I was like, is that a trick question? Yeah, I'm sure. And he was like, because this is going to... If you want this, it's hard work. And if you want to be good at it, it's really hard work. And I was like, yeah, come on, let's do it. Bring it on.
That didn't scare you at all?
No, because I wanted it.
Yeah.
But I was confused why he asked me. But he was asking me because he was saying, this is going to be full on.
Yeah.
And I think, you've got to be realistic if you want to come and do this job, because it takes a lot.
That's good. You've named some really good sort of character traits there. You need to be realistic. You need to be committed. You need to be determined. Yeah. You need to have the balls to put yourself out there to people and just be like, hey, I'm here and this is what I want to do. And also, I think just keep going, isn't it? Just keep going and going and going. Because I feel like everybody within our industry, like you say, you always want to help people. Yeah. Everybody in our industry, I feel, is so friendly, and everybody wants people to do well and be good. So I don't want people to look at it as like a closed door. It's not. It's just about finding the opportunity.
And keeping going, because there are people out there who will try and stop you. That there's no illusion around that. There will be people who will try and put a spanner in the works and throw you off guard and make you question whether it is something you want to do. But ultimately, if you want it, you've got to push past that. And
they only do that because it makes them nervous. It's something they would never do.
Yeah, hopefully.
No, for sure. Where do you think, you touched on it earlier, and you said the next 3 years are super exciting. Yeah. Where do you think this could go in the future?
All the way.
How far?
I think it's a really difficult question now. I think ultimately we just need to keep building the profile, and I'll be satisfied when these girls are household names. And I think we're very much on the, when it's a World Cup or there's a tournament on, you could say Steph Houghton in someone's living room and they will know who she is. Yeah. And that's amazing. But we need to make sure that that's an everyday occurrence. And that's only going to happen through media exposure, marketing, getting more of these commercial deals, and the big brands involved.
And just keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
And
the clubs play a huge role in that as well. I always think the FA Cup final is always a great example of how marketing can drive people into a stadium. And if the FA are doing that for competitions like the FA Cup or the sellout crowd at Wembley in November, I think it was, against Germany, if they can do that on an international scale, we can do that on the club scale. We just need to invest in it. If you put a bit of money behind some marketing and telling people that there's a game on, people will turn up.
It really is as simple as that. When you put it as simple as that, it's like, how is
I know that there's a lot of work that goes into
of course. But, just putting it like that.
Proof's in the pudding.
Yeah, exactly. Proof is in the pudding. Right, this is our last game. This is your last opportunity to make up those extra points.
How many am I on?
What are we on? 5 and 9. You're on 14.
Okay.
So it's doable.
Okay.
It is doable. The quiz is called How Well Do You Know Yourself?
Yeah.
So I've had a really good social media stalk of you, Georgie. I'm not even going to lie about it. So all these answers are actually all over your Instagram and Twitter.
Okay.
So we're going to do 45 seconds on the clock. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. You just completed a transfer deal for who to join Lyon the upcoming season?
Jodie Taylor.
In 2019, which company that you worked with announced their lead partnership with women in football?
Barclays.
Also in 2019, how many of Base Soccer's clients made the squad for the 2019 Women's World Cup?
3.
There you go!
Yeah.
In what year did you join Base Soccer?
2015.
Way back when, in 2015, yourself and Frank Kirby filmed Soccer AM at Sky Studios. Which ex-Premier League footballer did you meet and take a photo with that day? Go on, you can do this.
Premier League footballer? Carlo Cudicini.
Yes, well done. This is fun. The time's up, but we're just going to carry on. There's only a couple left. In 2016, you went to see which male pop star perform at the O2 that Alex Greenwood commented on, saying she was very jealous of you.
Justin Bieber.
Yes, you were. In 2018, which team created a women's team for the first time in history?
Manchester United.
Correct. In 2019, you went to an NFL game at Wembley Stadium, but which NFL side jersey were you wearing for a photo pitch side? It was blue.
Me?
Yeah.
I went to another. Did I?
Or maybe it was to Carly Telford that went.
Carly.
Dolphins. Ooh, so close. Jacksonville Jaguars.
It wasn't me.
And I said that wrong. That was my bad. You can have a point because that was my error. And finally, which member of the royal family did Frank Kirby work with?
Prince William.
Yes. Impressive. How many points, Adam? 13.
Oh, I still don't think
Did she smash it? You and Isha both on 27.
Oh,
we have joint top scorers
I'm cool with that.
at this moment in time. Yeah, you good with that?
Yeah.
Can you work with that?
We'll have to do a final round.
I know, I feel like there'll have to be a sudden death. Maybe away from the podcast. Maybe in a bar somewhere.
That sounds delightful. After the transfer window.
Exactly.
Yes, please.
Once you can chill out a little bit. Hey, listen, Georgie, this has been awesome today. I want to finish with one final... This is just, I'm going to start a sentence and you can finish it. If you need a minute to think about it, that's absolutely fine. You can answer it in as many words as you want. No right or wrong answer. I'm just going to say women in sport
are the power and inspiration of the next generation.
That's inspiring in itself. I just literally got goosebumps from you saying that. I don't know if it's your calming voice as well, but I just was like, ooh, wow.
I could do one of those, what are they called when people read bedtime stories?
Yeah, and they're doing that whispering thing. Chills people out. Wow, amazing, yeah. Listen, Georgie, thank you so much. You have been awesome. So insightful. As I say, hopefully this inspires other people to get on the career path. Because the opportunities for women in sport are there. We just need people to realise it and come join us.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for having me.
No, for the time being. Thank you, Georgie Hodge. Thank you so much for listening to Outside the Box with me, Becky Ives. Make sure you subscribe, share far and wide, and please feel free to leave me a review. Let's keep this conversation going, though, on social media. Just use the hashtag OutsideTheBoxPod. Next up, we'll be speaking to Premier League match official Sean Massey-Ellis. But in the meantime, do feel free to get in touch with any comments, questions, anything that I can help you with. You can drop me a shout anytime at Becky_Ives_ on Twitter or at Becky Ives Official on Instagram. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you next time.